What was he on about? My body, mister, come figure it out with the Sonnet Sisters.
Neighbours, Godspeed! Welcome to Sonnet Sisters. My name is Anna, and today we wanted to share with you a little bit of context surrounding Shakespeare's sonnets. Question number 1. What is a sonnet? Well, a sonnet is simply a type of poem, in the same way that a haiku or an acrostic are also types of poem. The name simply indicates to you what the structure of the poem will be. So a sonnet is a poem of 14 lines which follows any one of a number of formal rhyme schemes, and in English sonnets these typically have 10 syllables per line, which forms an iambic pentameter. I mention the distinction for English sonnets because sonnets were actually invented in Italy and made popular by a poet called Petrarch, although for the purposes of this project we'll simply be looking at the English Shakespearean structure. In Shakespeare's sonnets, the rhyme pattern is A B A B, C D C D, E F E F, G G. So you have 3 quatrains followed by a couplet. A quatrain is a stanza of 4 lines which follows an alternate rhyme scheme, and in Shakespeare's case, each quatrain tends to frame a complete clause or sentiment. A couplet is 2 successive lines of poetry which are usually rhyming and the same length as each other, and the final couplet in Shakespearean sonnets is usually used to either summarise or present a surprise ending to the previous 12 lines. So they might summarise the sentiment of the previous 12 lines, or they might turn the argument of the poem on its head, in which case it would be called a volta, which from the Italian means a turn of thought or argument. Returning to the rhythm that Shakespeare uses, the iambic pentameter, an iamb is a metric foot, and it's made up of 1 unstressed syllable and 1 stressed syllable. Because there are 5 of these in a line, making it an iambic pentameter, these will sound like da-dum, 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 da-dum. So that's a typical line in a Shakespearean sonnet. This will usually be adhered to throughout the quatrains and perhaps changed up for the final couplet to give it some emphasis.
Question number 2. When did he write the sonnets? It is estimated that Shakespeare wrote the sonnets over the course of several years, and that those years were 1592 to 1598, so over the course of 6 years. So he will have been roughly between the ages of 28 and 34. He calls himself old quite a lot, and that seems odd to us if he wrote them between the ages of 28 and 34, because as we all know, that is extremely young. But the life expectancy back in Elizabethan times was only 42. So actually you can understand why he would have felt like he was kind of on the older end of the scale.